boy. Tell Cali, back it up, my call me loco. Down for armed trafficking, don't make me pull up. Ask you what you laughing at, represent that mud life. Dirty money, better get your mud right. We come together holding hands and holler mud life. We all strapping all black, it's like, hey. All we do is win. You riding to what? Cause we riding tonight. Night you riding with me.
Alrighty, hey guys, how you going? Welcome to How to Launch Your Online Coaching Business. How to launch your online coaching clients and get your first 5. I just realized there's a typo on the bottom. Well, that was interesting. Literally every tech issue you could have when starting your Zoom just happened over the last 5 minutes. But anyway, welcome to How to Launch Your Online Coaching Business or agency business. Get your first 5 clients quickly. I have not done this training in 3 years. It's been 3 years since I've refined and updated this training. So if you do not yet have 5 clients and you want to get 5 new clients fast, who would like 5 clients fast? Raise your hands. We'd like that. Okay, cool. Now, if you're watching on the Zoom, thank you for taking the time to register in the Zoom chat. Feel free to say hi, introduce yourself, where in the world you are, and what kind of business you have. Also, I'd love to get to know how many clients you currently have. If everyone can post where in the world you are, number 1, number 2, what kind of business you have, number 3, how many clients you currently have. And you're in a safe space. If you have none, it's okay. You don't have to feel like, oh no, I don't have any. We all start with 0, and I can make that more relevant. Now, if you're watching on the Facebook Live, I am live streaming. I see my ray of sunshine is in the live. Welcome, Ray, and you guys watching on the Facebook as well. Feel free to interact on there. And also, I'm going to be using this video. I'm going to be not only uploading to YouTube, but I'm actually going to be using this video for our actual new quantum business coaching portal. So if you're watching live and you're a business coaching client of ours, you would know that we've got a new portal coming up with access to our entire program and how to launch and build to 20,000 a month. So this is going to be formal training. So you might be watching this in the portal and you're one of our business coaching clients. This is the official process we use with our business coaching clients. I'm just going to share this across the board as well. So if you are watching this on the YouTube or if you're watching this in the portal, thank you for allowing me to. I like to do these things live because then people in our community have an opportunity to interact with people as well. So thank you for allowing me to do that. Why is this being weird on here? There we go, cool. I'm going to share this. So let's take a look who we got in the Zoom. And very simple, in this short training over the next 45 to 47 minutes, I'm going to share with you exactly how to get 5 clients in the next couple of weeks. Who would like 5 clients in the next few weeks? What would that mean for you if I could show you how to get 5 clients in the next few weeks? What would that mean for you? How would that make a difference? Now, I've never done this refined ever. So this is for business coaches. So all of our business coaches, hopefully here, you should be here. This is compulsory training for the business coaches, and this is formal training for the business coaches. We have 4 amazing business coaches, 4 international business coaches in the team, which we are blessed to have. If you are working with one of them, welcome. So you got Lisa Jarrett talking about one of our business coaches, Sydney, transformation and quantum business coach. I have 25 clients. Roz, Surface Paradise. Hey neighbor, how you going? Recently signed up for coaching. I'm currently a therapist, private practice. 2 clients for coaching. Awesome. Roz, I don't think you've done the launch process yet with Terry. I believe you're with Terry. This will actually be this is the exact process you'll be using with Terry. So again, this process we use for paying clients. And for the first time ever, we're doing it openly for anyone that's even not a paying client. And then we'll be using this for clients. So which is something very rare. It's not something we do very often. Yeah, I would take advantage of that. Timothy, absolutely. Welcome, brother. Lisa McGanty, self-love, self-worth coach, 0 clients. Nick Yemen, good to see you here, brother. Bathurst, New South Wales, branding agency, 2 clients. Timothy Brum, 8 PT clients. Barbara, 0 clients starting from scratch. You're about to go through this launch process as well. Craig T, you're about to go through this launch process. By the way, if you're one of our group coaching clients on the Tuesday, this is the process you're going to begin next week. So if you're in our Tuesday group business coaching program, this is what we're going to begin together next week. Greg Roworth will be starting this next week as well. Nick Yemen will be starting this next week as well. Good. And let's take a look on Facebook. I'm just going to share this in there as well. That's good. Awesome. And if you are watching this on YouTube, we will put this on YouTube as well. Feel free to interact. If you're watching on the Facebook and you're watching replay, feel free to share replay on there as well. So I'm just going to dive straight in. My goal, my intention is very simple, is to show all of you how to get 5 clients in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Quick question in the chat for those that are watching live. And if you are watching this in the portal, you're one of our business coaching clients. So if you're watching this in our portal, you'll be a one-on-one business coaching client, a group business coaching client, or maybe you purchased the course because you can actually buy the course. Answer these questions with pen and paper, or at least in your own mind. But if you're watching live on the Zoom or the Facebook, how much extra income, how much extra revenue would 5 clients give you right now? Share that in the group, and I just really want to shine a light on that and get you excited by the possibility and the ability to be able to do that. How much extra money, how much revenue? I know it's not just about the money, but come on, we all want to make more money. 10 grand for Sonia, that's a lot of money. 30K for Nick, that's a lot of money. Tim, 25K. Lisa McGant, 11,100 for Lisa, 20K per month for Greg. Wayne, hey brother, good to see you here. Sonia. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, nice. Julie Thompson, Gold Coast. Good to see you here. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, for a lot of you, it's life-changing. For a lot of people, 5 clients is life-changing. This is a life-changing training if you choose to apply the knowledge, because I'm going to imbue. I've been a part of launching over 2,000 online businesses personally. Personally, I've been a part of launching over 2,000 online businesses. And if I was to lose everything, what I'm about to share with you today is exactly what I would personally do if I was to start all over again. Okay. And so I've done this many, many times. I've been doing this for 13 years, been business coaching online for 13 years. So something we've done many, many times. We've really been able to refine this process. Now, the process I'm about to share with you is more in depth than I've ever shared before. It's new, refined, and updated, literally refined over the last 7 days. So not even our business coaches, not even Lisa, who is our most senior business coach, has seen it this in depth and this laid out. Now, not only am I going to share with you how to get 5 clients in the next few weeks in the launch process, but I've actually created this morning, I've created a new planner. So business coaches and business coaching clients is an actual planner you can follow. Anyone that follows my work knows that I like to take the thinking out of it for you so you can just easily turn your brain off, turn your hands on, and get shit done. All right. So, Natalie, how you going? Louisa, Mubarak, this is not a place to hack. You will be deleted from the group afterwards. That is not the way to build a business. It's exactly opposite. In fact, you should be watching this and learn how to do things properly. Timothy, 37K per year additional income. Nice. I mean, that's a good car a year, you know, not an amazing car, but a good car these days. Elena, how you going? Good to see you here. Yep, cool. Okay, so I don't know. So, well, I do know most of you guys that are watching live, we're in a business. Most of you have, 2 clients, 0 clients, 5 clients, or in that kind of vicinity. But if you didn't want 5 new clients, you wouldn't be here, right? So I'm just going to pretend that if you're listening live or replay or in portal or YouTube, wherever you're listening on Facebook, that you don't have any clients. How would we approach this? Because one of the there's a lot of mistakes that a lot of people make when they go online. A lot of people just start an online business. They start an online business and they begin. But that's a huge mistake, because if you want your business to take off, you've got to create momentum. And in life, when we take action, we make a decision to take action, say to climb a mountain or to achieve a big goal, which is the hardest step, but the first step's the hardest. So if you want to create momentum, you've got to put a lot of energy into it. So if you want your business to take off, your business in the beginning, your biggest challenge is obscurity, visibility. People don't know who you are and what you do. So you got to get in front of more of the right people. So the first thing you want to do there is, instead of just starting a business, you want your business to take off. You've got to think of your business like a 747 jet. I don't think they exist anymore. 737 jet, I think they are now. If we want a massive plane to take off the runway, what percentage of acceleration must we put on? Will the plane take off? Will it take off at 80% acceleration? No. What about 90%? No. What about 95%? No, it needs to be 100%. So in order for your business to take off, you've got to put extra energy, extra time, extra work into the launch of your business and actually announce it from the mountaintops and scream it and yell it to everybody that, hey, I'm launching this thing. The problem is that most people have not been taught how to launch properly or don't know how to launch. And also a lot of people that are starting a new business don't have a big network. You don't have a big database. You might have 500 or so Facebook friends. You might not even have an email list yet. So how do we do that with the small following? Who else has a pretty small following and a small network to begin with? A lot of people do. So how do we do that? And that's what this process is about. Rian, how you doing? Shakti, good to see you here. Natalie, yep. Got the chat box open. Good, good, good. Yeah. So it's kind of like, think of your business in the beginning like a strongman competition. So have you guys seen the strongman competition where he's got the harness around his waist and it's a truck pull? Have you guys ever seen the semi-truck pull where they're going to move a truck? And so the truck is stationary and the strongman gets down nice and low base of support and puts all this energy and just to take the first step. And then he takes a second step and then a third step. And what begins to happen as the truck starts to move? The truck, the business, starts to create momentum. And then what happens is the truck keeps moving across the finish line as he walks effortlessly. So your business is the same. So you've got to launch your business to create momentum and take it off the ground. And if you don't do it properly, this is why people I know that have been doing this for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, don't have barely any clients because they haven't done a proper launch. So today I'm going to show you and teach you how to launch properly. And even if you have a business already set up, I'm going to teach you how to relaunch it. So, because there's a couple of things you want to have before you launch. And if you're in our business coaching program in any way, shape, or form, you already know this. Number one is you need to be clear on your audience, who your avatar and niche is. Okay, who is your ideal client? Number one. Number two, you've got to have your offer in place, your coaching program or your agency offer or whatever your offer is in the form of a pitch deck. And then number three, you need to have your messaging in place. So we did a training recently on this. We go through this in the second week of the business coaching program, or third if you're in a group program. Okay. And so that's what you want to do before you even look at marketing or launching your business, is make sure you got the right audience with the right offer and the right messaging. Otherwise, you're going to find it difficult, right? Yeah. Hey John, how you doing, brother? Yep, cool. And the other thing is that once you have those things in place, and of course your payment links in place, is you want to reverse engineer your business. So a lot of people are building their business like this. And if you know me well, you've heard me use this metaphor many, many times. So many people, and you're going to hear me say this all the time, trying to build a business like this. Imagine getting a jigsaw puzzle, you throw the box out, or you throw the pieces on the table, you throw the box out, you do not look at what it looks like finished, and you're trying to put the pieces together. So a lot of online coaches and agency owners have not done a proper launch. They haven't refined their sales SOPs, and they're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks because they didn't paint a clear picture of what their business looks like finished, or what it looks like at 20K a month, or what it looks like at 100K a month, and reverse engineer it. But those three things must be in place before you even look at marketing your business. Okay. So if you're in the business coaching program, we'll help you with that before you do this launch process. If not, we do heaps of training. You can go to my YouTube, actually, if you're not in the business coaching program. Go search Jason Grossman. Whale. Hey, brother, how you doing? We can do that. So I don't actually have any other slides today. I'm literally just going to share with you the launch process. So in order to get 5 clients, I've found that for most people, if they have their basic sales systems in place, 20 appointments will get you 5 clients. And what I found, to get 20 appointments, if we get around 80 to 100 leads, that's going to do that. So this launch process is about the marketing funnel, okay? And the top of the goal with this launch process is generate 100 leads. I'm going to show you today how to generate 100 leads in the next couple of weeks. Would you guys like that? 80 to 100 leads. And then we're going to book those leads in for appointments, and then we convert them into clients. 5 clients from this launch process is your follow. Problem is, most of you won't follow it. Most of you won't follow it. You won't follow the recipe. I'm going to give you the recipe, but most of you won't follow it. I'll give you the knowledge, but the knowledge isn't house application of the knowledge. You've got to apply the knowledge, right? Okay. So most of us, coaches, consultants, healers, therapists, agency owners, how do we get clients? We get clients from appointments. So again, the primary goal for this launch process, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you the planner. I'm going to show you the recipe that we personally use. If you're in our business coaching program, you're going to be using this planner with the resources your coach and the portal will provide to do the launch. If you're not in our business coaching program, you're hiring a VA through us, or you're not in one of our business coaching programs, this will be a little overwhelming because I'm going to give you a recipe to the entire launch process. Okay. But if you want your business to take off, you're going to have to work longer. You're going to have to work harder. If you think you're going to launch a business on 20 hours a week, no, you're not going to do that. At least 40 hours a week. I believe it's 80 hours a week. If you have a job working 40 hours a week right now, you should be doing another 40 a week on your business. If you don't have a job right now, you should be spending 80 hours a week on your business. Oh, that's too much. What do you mean? You still got 86 hours left in the week to spend time with family, sleep, eat, do all the other things you need to. Go to the gym, whatever they are. Hey, Paul, how you going? Good to see you, brother. Yeah. So how do we launch or relaunch and get 5 clients? I'm going to show you the recipe. Okay. And I'm going to share the recipe on the screen right now. Again, I am creating this training. If you're watching this in the portal or if you're watching this because you're about to do your launch in the business coaching program, your coach will work with you and do this with you. So again, if you are in the business coaching program, whoever your coach or coaches are, they'll do this with you and guide you through it, and you'll work with everybody else in the program. And if you're not a business coaching program, business coaching client, that's fine. You can still use this strategy. The plan I'm about to share with you, if you registered for this training on Zoom, you'll get an email with that plan, so no problem. And I'll also send through some trainings on like your avatar and the other things I mentioned. If you're watching this on Facebook and you didn't register on Zoom and you're not a client, if you want access to the plan I'm about to share with you, shoot me a Facebook private message and I'll send it to you, okay? Because otherwise you're not going to be able to access it anywhere, okay? So we are generally ideally doing this for clients, but we decided to open up for non-clients because, I like to think with abundance and wanted to generously give you guys access and share with you the new improved launch. Again, this is a brand new launch process, 13 years of refinement. We haven't updated this in 3 years. Lisa and Terry, our coaches know we've been using the same process for 3 years. So Lisa, Terry, Julie and Michael, this is the new process we'll be using for clients as well. And this will be a tutorial as well. So that's enough pre-framing. So I'm about to share with you the plan. Okay, I'm about to share with you the recipe. Okay, so it's based over 3 weeks. So I've got a spreadsheet here. It's a planner that maps out 3 weeks day to day. So it's Monday to Friday over 3 weeks. So essentially it's over 15 days. So I'm about to share my screen and show a 15-page or a 15-step recipe. So if Gordon Ramsay was to give you a 15-step chocolate cake recipe, you'd look at that and be overwhelmed. That's natural. But is it easier to remember a recipe or follow a recipe? Who would agree it's easier to follow a recipe, right? And if you followed his recipe, could you duplicate and remake his amazing, delicious chocolate cake? Yes or yes? You could, right? So I'm going to share with you the recipe. I'm going to give the outline for it. You're going to feel a little overwhelmed. Don't try to remember it. You'll have access to the replay. You'll have access to the planner. If you're in the business coaching program, you have all the other resources and the guidance of your coach, and we will work with you over the upcoming weeks. So again, for those in the group business coaching program watching live for the Tuesday session, so Greg and Craig and Nick and all you guys, we're going to start this process next week. So we'll actually do this together as a group, which will be awesome. Okay. If anyone has any questions, happy to answer them. We've got the Facebook open. I've got the Zoom open. If you're watching on the portal, it's not interactive on the portal. If you're on YouTube, feel free to ask questions as well. I'm going to stop share. I'm going to reshare. There's everyone's faces. How's everyone going? Lindley, good to see you here. Sean Thompson, hey brother. Baldwin's in the house. Michelle, good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Angela Mitchell. Righty, so let me share the plan. It's fine. Okay, here we go. So again, everyone's going to get access to this. I'm going to do this part of the session like a tutorial. And again, we're doing something that we don't normally do. This is a new formal part of our business coaching program that I'm actually announcing publicly, which is not something we normally do. So if you aren't in the business coaching program, want to learn more, and you want to learn more about our program, you can reach out to us and happy to let you know about that. We have 2 programs. One is we show you how to launch and build a $20,000 months. We have a group format and a one-on-one format. And if you're already doing 20K a month, which I don't think any of you are, because you probably wouldn't be here to get 5 clients, but if you are, congrats. Then we have a 100K a month program, a 7-figure program. So here is the outline. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to approach this from the scenario, let's say with Craig, right? Craig, by the way, congrats, Craig, holding a snake and facing a fear. Proud of you, brother, for doing that. Everyone else is booking notes. So Craig, Nick, Greg, this is what you'll start next week, okay? This is your plan starting next week. So I'm going to utilize you 3 boys in a scenario here. So we used to have one training. We used to do it over 1 week, and it was just too much. It's too overwhelming because, again, if you want your business to take off, you've got to put extra energy in. If you want the jet to take off, you've got to put extra time. To create momentum, the launch process is going to, you're going to have to work longer. You're going to have to work harder. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be tired. You might have to burn the candle at both ends, right? It is the launch. It is shouting it to the world. The way we shout it to the world is right now, you have 3 lists. You have phone numbers, you have emails, and you have social media following. What is the best way to get, hey, your new offer or what is the best way to create awareness of everyone you have a phone number for, everyone you have an email for, and everyone in your social media that you have this new offer. Here is what I found to be the best way to do that. Okay, so this is broken up into pre-launch week 1, pre-launch week 2, and then the official launch. It's broken up over 3 weeks, and we have a basic daily checklist, which we tick off on a daily planner, okay? But there's really 2 main strategies within the campaign. The first one is quite simple, and again, if you're in our program, you already know this. About 12 years ago, I was in my first little office that I had 13 years ago when I started my online journey. I rented a tiny office, like tiny office. It literally could only fit 3 desks. It was me, my personal assistant, and my in-house designer in this tiny office. And I remember on the newsfeed on Facebook one day, I saw a giveaway, and I said, win a trip for 2 to Hawaii valued at $5,000. Just enter your name and email. Who would enter that draw if that popped up on your newsfeed? Would you guys enter that draw? I think most of us would. I'm like, oh, I'll just enter my name and email. Didn't think much of it. A few months went by, and a few months later, I received an email. This is through KitKat, Nestle. You guys would have all heard of Nestle. Nestle is one of the 10 large confectionery. Well, actually, it's one of the 10 main food companies in the world. Period. But anyway, I got an email saying, unfortunately, didn't win. Here is a free KitKat. Congratulations to the 500,000 people that entered the draw. And I think differently to a lot of people. And I was like, well, wait a second. The trip was a $5,000 trip. They spent $5,000, right? And they collected 500,000 emails. Who would be happy to pay $5,000 for 500,000 opted-in emails for a database? Isn't that crazy? And it got me thinking about the power of prize draws and giveaways, which is one of my favorite ways. So we tested it. We gave away a trip for 2 to Bali. So I was running a PT business at that time. We had 3 PT studios, 9 trainers, and had a team in place. It was pretty much ran on its own because I had a business coaching business, and we did website and graphic design for personal trainers across the globe as well at the time. And so we did a prize draw. Win a trip for 2 to Bali. We were in Perth, WA. It was like $1,200. It was really cheap back then. The flights were like $200 each or something. It's crazy. And we collected 800 leads for like less than $2,000. I was like, that's crazy. So I've been a huge fan of prize draws since then. So the best way to get your core offer in front of your current network, because you have your current network, which is your hot market. We want to penetrate the phone numbers, the emails, and the social media that we have that know of us first with this strategy. Then we use network marketing to get through our markets market, and then we get to the call by attracting you in. We do it in that fashion. So the first thing is we want to penetrate our phone list and email and social media. The best way to do that is to announce to the world that I'm launching this new business coaching program and celebrate on giving somebody the business coaching program for free. I'm launching this new fitness coaching program. I'm launching this new social media done for you service. I'm launching this new healing service. I'm giving away one for free. Some people will say, well, I shouldn't give that away for free. But here's the thing. If I do a prize draw and I say, hey, I'm launching a brand new business coaching program to build 100K months, and I'm giving one person 3 months free or 8 weeks free to the program, I know that I'm going to get at least 50 to 100 people registered for that draw. So that's 50 to 100 leads. Who's ever got 50 to 100 leads in a week before without spending any money? That's what you can expect. Yeah, minimum 30 to 50 from this process when it's done properly. Okay. Now, if you're watching this in the portal, we actually have in-depth trainings and tutorials on how to do the prize draw. I'll talk a bit more about it in a moment. So the prize draw is a really powerful way to also pre-qualify people, because if 50 people enter the draw to win my business coaching program, as an example, they must be interested in some way, shape, or form. They wouldn't enter. So I can now give somebody the free seat. And the other 50 people or 49 people, I can ring them or DM them or email them, all the above, and say, unfortunately, didn't win. However, I'd love to offer you a free session when it's good for you. And I can tell you now that if you get 50 registered for that prize draw, you'll get between 10 and 20 appointments from that and a couple of clients. So pre-launch week 1 is about the prize draw. So the way we promote that is through the pre-launch process. Okay. And so what we do is, so Tuesday group, this is going to be perfect for you because we have a Tuesday. So what we do is, let's do it for the Tuesday group, is next Tuesday, what you business coaching clients will do in the Tuesday group is we do a teaser post and you'll actually get access to my personal templates. Basically, we do a post online at peak time, 7 p.m. say, hey, wow, stop what you're doing. Huge announcement. I've been working on something behind the scenes for a long time. Stay tuned this time tomorrow as I share what it is, right? You create a bit of curiosity. So we do that on Tuesday. And then on the Wednesday, we do an official launch post. Now, if you're watching this in the portal, we actually have templates for this that are in the portal. If you're a business coaching client, you'll actually get templates to each of these things have their own templates, and you can use my examples as well. I just want to give the outline today. Wednesday, we do an official launch post. This is a long extended post with a picture of us announcing to the world, hey, as you may know, I used to be a personal trainer. I spent a decade as that. I decided to expand, going online now. I'm launching business coaching program for personal trainers. Okay, to celebrate and giving one lucky person a chance to win. Join me Thursday night, tomorrow night, to do a Facebook Live to share how you can win. So Wednesday is like an official launch post. And again, our Tuesday group, I'll help you with this next week. Okay, we announce it to the world. And then Thursday, we do a Facebook Live. Okay, so Thursday here, we go live on Facebook. And we go live. We announce to the world that we're launching a new business coaching program. To celebrate, we're giving one lucky person a chance to win. And by the Thursday, we need to have a landing page for people to enter the draw. So we usually use Eventbrite because a lot of people at this stage don't have enough money to pay for ClickFunnels or a platform where you can, do that. It's quick and easy, and a lot of people, register. And you'll see we do a lot of prize draws. We gave away a free VA recently. We're about to do a prize draw. Actually, I'm setting it up today. Keep an eye out for my prize draw today. We're giving away a month free appointment set for a month, which we've never done actually. Okay. And so that means on Thursday when we do the Facebook Live, now I can hear some of you thinking, where do I post it? Every week. I'm going to talk about that in a moment, right? So the pre-launch is all about the prize. The pre-launch is all about the announcement and starting to promote the prize draw. Okay. So on the Thursday, we need to have the Eventbrite ready. And then Friday, we start marketing the prize draw. Because on Thursday, we announce the prize draw in week 1, and then week 2, we draw it. So we're going to run the campaign and promote the prize draw for 7 days. Okay. So Friday, we start marketing it. Who's overwhelmed yet? Good. Ros and you guys, Barbara, Zilos working with Terry, you guys working in the one-on-one program, you're about to go through this. This is actually really good timing for you guys, actually. And so on Friday, we start marketing the prize draw. Here is the marketing checklist that we tick off. So we post about the prize draw everywhere on Facebook, and we tag everyone in the groups and our followers in our profile. Okay, so this is your checklist to promote the prize draw. We create a Facebook event, invite all our friends. We post it on LinkedIn. We send a LinkedIn newsletter. So again, you just follow the checklist. You just follow the plan. Yeah. Create a LinkedIn event, invite everyone you can. All the content you do, post on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We ask questions. So every day we're asking questions. Who wants to join the webinar prize draw? We do blog posts. We do reels. We do lives. We do tweet emails. We do an email at the beginning and an email at the end. And there's optional SMS. If you do all of this, even if you have a small following, you're going to get at least 30 to 50 registered every time. Okay. The big one here is definitely the Facebook event, because people get the notifications. Okay. So you can see on here as well, we've got daily content. So anyone in our program knows that we do 4 pieces of content a day. We do 1 live, 1 question, 1 blog post, 1 reel. So you want to be doing content each day with a call to action and promoting the prize draw. Okay? So the first week is about the announcement and starting to promote the prize draw. The second week is drawing the winner of the prize draw. Okay. So we market the prize draw for a week, and then on Thursday night we announce the winner. You can go Facebook Live. You can use that wheel thing some people like to use. You can just use Google Random Number Selector, which is what I do, and just announce it. I don't do it live because more often than not, the person that actually wins is never on the live, so it just doesn't seem to make sense. You can do it however you like, though, as long as you announce the winner. So on the Thursday, The whole idea is the goal is at least 50 people registered for the prize draw. So on the Friday, you can email the people with the Calendly link. You can ring everybody, let them know they didn't win, and book them in for appointments, and you can book 10 appointments from that list. That's the goal, book 10 appointments. And you should do that if you follow the process. Now you'll see here each day you've got daily posts with a call to action for the prize draw. So there's 4 posts. So we do a question, blog post, reel, live video. Kind of just space them out, just at least one a day. You know, one of the best things you can do in the beginning is you just do a question with a color background. Hey, I'm giving away 8 weeks free business coaching valid $5,000. Who wants a chance to win? So in a nutshell, that's that week there. Now on week 2, for the launch week, the strategy for the launch week, the strategy for the pre-launch is the prize draw, the announcement of the prize draw. Strategy for the official launch is the webinar. Hannah, hey, how you doing? Lenny, hey brother. Devontae, Jer, hey guys, how are you? So the strategy for the official launch is delivering a webinar. Before we talk about the webinar, what's really important in the beginning is we make sure our events are pitch free, meaning we do not sell in the webinar. So you don't want to sell in the webinar. Okay, you don't want to sell in the webinar. Okay, the reason being is you want to do 4, 5, 6, 10 events and build a bit of a pipeline, build a bit of trust. And you want people to repeat, come back, come back, right? So I was going to sell something into this session. I've decided not. This is going to be a pitch for the webinar. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Okay, but down the track, you probably will sell on a webinar because a webinar is a group appointment, an opportunity for you to get bulk leads, but also to do sales. So the purpose of this webinar, again, is to generate leads. So we use the exact same marketing strategy to promote the webinar 1 week later. So on the pre-launch week here, in the second week, when we announce the prize draw, that's when we set up the Zoom for the webinar, which will be the following Thursday. So if you create consistency in the time you do things, it builds trust and regular repeat visitors, right? So if I do the prize draw on Thursday, 7 p.m. and then I do the webinar the following Thursday, 7 p.m. I do the teaser post at 7 p.m. I do the announcing post at 7 p.m. It creates consistency as well. So the webinar, 30 to 45 minutes is plenty. The webinar should be as broad as possible and essentially should revolve around your program. So what do I mean by that? So let's say that I'm launching a business coaching program and I just gave away 8 weeks free. And that business program is designed to get you guys to 20,000 a month in 6 months. My first webinar is going to be how to build your business coaching business to 20K in 6 months. It's going to be my webinar because now I can showcase the program and it makes sense and it flows. Yeah. Because the same thing's going to happen with the webinar. I'm going to promote the webinar for 7 days. The goal is to get 30 to 50 people registered. And then I'm going to book all those people in for an appointment. They're going to be emailed, DM, and rang to book in for an appointment. Yeah. So then we promote the webinar for a week each day. Now, a huge mistake people make, remember the key to marketing to people online is to market to people in a way they don't feel like they're being marketed to. So that 5 times fast. Thank you, double shot ice latte. And the 2 scoops of pre-workout for my training this morning. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, let me know as well. Yeah. Problem is most people do this. Anna, join my webinar, banner. So the only time I post a banner to an event is when I announce it, like the first time, and then last chance to enter or last chance to register, right? But in between all of that, I'm using my content. I'm using my Facebook Lives, I'm using my blog posts, I'm using my questions, and using my reels with calls to action. And that's a really important part because you can also send an email every day. So if you already have an email list, you do a blog post today, you can email that with a call to action to your webinar. And today I do a live, you can email that with a call to action. And so now you can actually email your list every day about the webinar as well. So this is really important as well. Okay. So we need the banner for the prize draw early on here and the banner for the webinar early on here as well, because you announce the prize draw Thursday and then you announce the webinar Thursday and then Friday is marketing day. So it means on the second Friday, you just again follow this marketing checklist for the webinar. Post on Facebook, tag everyone, tag your followers. Create a Facebook event for the webinar, post it on LinkedIn, send a newsletter, create an event for it, post on all the other socials, post it, hey, I'm doing this webinar on how to build 20K months, who's in? I did it for this webinar. Remember, I did it for this webinar. Right? blog post. Actually, yeah, it might be good to have a quick look at that, actually. If we have a look at the question I did quickly, because we have a bit of time. Is this useful, by the way, guys, giving a bit of clarity? Now, if you're looking at this going, this is overwhelming, it's too much, I don't, if you're thinking like that, like how badly do you want to launch a business? This is your business. In fact, it's not just a business, this is your life. We're talking about your life here. We're talking about financial freedom. We're talking about creating a future for you and your family and helping others and creating impact. If you're not prepared to do the work and take it serious, and I think you're going to struggle. So let me find this question. Where is this question? Where is this question? I might. Daphne's going to get the spam. Around the 20,000 member, we start getting it spam, so we have to get onto that. So let me just go to featured section. It'll be in here. There's Nick. Blog post, more comments. No. 30, 50 lead. Here we go. Who doesn't have your first 5 coaching clients yet? I'm doing a free training to show you how. Who's in? Okay. And, there's 15 people replied and my VAs followed those people up. Some people would have come in that way as well. Okay. So in a nutshell, that is it. Let me go back to the launch plan, right? So the whole idea is the whole process goes over 3 weeks. You have 2 strategies within the entire launch campaign. First is the prize draw, aim for 50 leads. Second is a webinar, aim for 50 leads. This will give you around 100. Even if you only get 30 for each, you've got 60 people to book in. There's really no reason. Now, what a lot of you will do is you'll do the prize draw, you do the webinar, you'll fall short of leads, and then you won't contact them and book them in. You must contact them and book them in. You've got to pick up the phone and ring them. You got to send them an email with a calendar. You got to send them a DM. Now, we actually have a script. So Roz enters the prize draw. We give you a call. Hey, Roz, unfortunately didn't win that. However, we'd love to offer you, 2 free 30-minute business coaching sessions and book them in. Or Roz attends the webinar. We give you a call. Now, if you have a VA, your VA does this for you, right? Who has VAs for us? Your VA does. Our VAs do this. Hey, Roz, it's Jason's personal assistant here. Has asked me to call you, register for the webinar. Did you get a chance to join us? Didn't? Let me send you the replay. You did? We'd love to offer you a free business coaching session. When's good for you? The whole idea to this process is getting appointments, because that's how you get clients. You can do the whole process, but if you don't ring them, if you don't DM them, if you don't email them, you don't aim to book them in for an appointment, then you're not going to get those 5 clients. Yeah. So Tuesday group, I'm doing this now for you guys, especially primarily, but also this is going to actually officially go into our program in a portal training. So if you are watching in this portal, the good thing is that if you're in a group program or you're in a one-on program, we're going to help you through that as well. Now, we've got a bit of time. Does anyone have any questions? Be happy to answer anyone's questions on the Zoom or the Facebook. Does anyone have? You can bring yourself off mute and ask me if you have any questions. You've got to have questions after that. That was a lot to take in. Just bring yourself off mute and ask. Lisa, yes?
So if this is our second time doing the event, right, we go back and recontact the same people and let them know there's another competition happening and to share it with people as well and to get more people in there.
You just follow the marketing checklist. You literally just follow that marketing checklist. Okay. So you could have done it 10 times before. Okay. My suggestion is, if possible, create a new or different prize draw. It's probably a bit challenging for you because you get the same thing. So for you do 8 weeks free coaching, but you just follow this checklist. Yeah. You create the event. First you create the banner, then you create the event prior, then you post it on your wall and you tag. If you tag followers on your personal profile, it tags all your followers. If you tag everyone in your groups, it tags all the group members. Create the Facebook event, invite all your 1,000 or 2,000 friends, post on LinkedIn newsletter. And again, if you have a VA can help this. Email it to your list twice at the beginning, at the end. So you literally just follow the marketing checklist each time. Yeah. Yeah. You can do it 10 times. Now, once you have multiple offers, you can do multiple prize draws. I'm setting up a prize draw today, win 1 month free appointment setting. I've never done it. Really, it's a win of a VA for 1 month, but it's just like, it'll just be a different focus. Yeah. Anyone else have any questions? Or who else has questions? You got to have questions. Let's go. Lisa has another one. Yes, Lisa.
Another question was, so if we're setting up a prize draw, let's say this week now, how many weeks do we go for when we do the prize draw? In 4 weeks' time?
Yeah, no. So the prize draw, so you market it for 7 days. I like Thursday. Here's why I like Thursday, because Friday, then you can bring those people. Because your primary focus in your business or your goal should be to not finish up your week until your target of appointments is booked for the following week. So if you're in our business coaching program, the minimum amount of appointments is 10. So you should not be, and by the way, you should all be working one full day on the weekend. Either Saturday or Sunday, you should be dedicating one of those days to dream building day, because you don't have appointments and all that. You've got a full 6, 8, 10-hour day just about booking appointments and following people up and having conversations. But you should not, when you wake up Monday and you're in our program, you should have at least 10 appointments. If not, it's not me, it's not the coach, it's not the program, it's you. You're going to make that decision. That's only 2 appointments a day, right? So I like Thursdays for, the webinar, the prize run Thursday, because then they're running on a Friday. But you run it for 7 days. So today is Wednesday. So for you would do your prize draw next Thursday, Lisa, and you'd start marketing it tomorrow. You'd announce it tomorrow. 7 days is plenty. 7 to 10 days. You could do it earlier on in the week because you've already launched your business. Okay, so you might set up on the Monday and then run it for, but you can run minimum 7 days up to 2 weeks. I wouldn't do more than 2 weeks. 7 to 14 days, yeah.
Cool.
Anyone else have any questions? Who else has questions? Come on, hammer me. Yes, John. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, Jason. Good, thanks, man. So this is launching your business. Is it pretty much the same formula going forward when you might be putting out a new product or a new webinar?
Bingo. It could be a book. It could be an ebook. It could be a program. It could be an entire business. It could be your group program. It could be an online challenge. Very similar process. Now, this is a basic foundational organic process. There's a lot of facets that we could add or do additional, especially if we start looking at ads and once you've got a bigger network. But this in particular is designed for people that are in early stages, that don't have a lot of money and they cannot put money into a launch, and they're just starting out. It is the most powerful foundational starting way that I've ever seen. 2,000 launches I've done personally. So yeah. So you're going to see me launch. I've got my 3rd book being published. Okay. Whenever I launch anything, guess what my first strategy always is? Give it away for free. So guess I'm about to publish my 3rd book called The Online Coach's Business Bible. It's going to be freaking hot. 400 pages of pure gold. It'll be awesome. Yeah. I'm doing pre-launch next month. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going to give away 100 free copies personally signed by me. Can't wait to post them all. That's going to be a big job. So that 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Now I'll be doing ads for that but I also have the money for that as well. So yeah, 100%. Yeah. Any other questions? Yes, Nick. I was waiting for Nick's questions.
I just wanted to give everyone a chance first. That's all. So my question, me and Arnell, we sort of came up with a prize draw thing, but we prematurely did it before this training, so we didn't know what we were doing. We've put the webinar and the prize draw together. Would you recommend separating those two into 2 different events?
Yeah, so here's that's a really great question. And I was about to say, Nick always asks great quality questions. Ask great quality questions because everyone will benefit from it. So our original process that we had from 3 years ago was we did it together. But what I found is a lot of people were overwhelmed, and because there's so much going on, because in the beginning, if I was to show you my marketing campaigns, your head would spin. Have campaigns within the layers of my campaigns within my campaigns. Like my posts today are to promote events coming up, are intentional to lead into something I'm doing in 6 months. And that's why I map out all my events a year in advance and all my content, months in advance, right? Because I understand marketing campaigns and I understand micro and macro campaigns, right? But for a lot of people just starting out, even the thought of having 2 strategies part of one campaign is a little bit overwhelming. And we found, Lisa, you can relate to this. Remember we had both at the same time? Everybody struggled. Almost everybody struggled with it. It was overwhelming. They struggled to comprehend that there were 2 separate strategies. There was 2 separate events. So we tested it and we found people got a better result when we separated it and we drew it out a little bit longer, and it gave people, because it's like when you launch a group program. So a lot of people launch group coaching. We never not book our groups solid. You've also using the group program, so we always get 25 minimum in our groups, right? Every time. I've done about 100 groups and I've never not hit my target. Because what a lot of people do when they launch a challenge or they launch a group or launch a business, they don't give themselves enough time and they try to rush it. I'm launching a group program. We start in 2 weeks. Oh, I've got 3 people. Shit. I kind of have to commit to those 3 people. So based on our experience, we found that people get a better result when they are separated. 1, they have a bit longer. 2, you get 2 bites of the cherry. 3, it kind of separates them as well. So we found that people tend to get a better result when they are separated. Now, the awesome thing is that The online space is very, very forgiving, which is lucky for me because I pissed a lot of people off many years ago. Anyone who's followed me for a long time, and even Lisa, probably like, well, like, this is not too bad since COVID, but going back 7, 8, 9 years ago, I was very, I could almost borderline be spammy, right? I wouldn't have made those mistakes. But yeah, by separating them, it seems to work much better, brother. It just, that's what I was gonna say. So the online space is very forgiving. So you can do a prize draw now and straight away set up another one. It doesn't matter what you did last week. You can just follow the process again and do it again. Hey, we're giving away another one, right? You can do that, right? And part of the program, we recommend doing a webinar every 2 weeks in the beginning anyway. I love events. I'm a huge fan of it. We got a webinar this week. We got a webinar today, workshop on Saturday, and then we start promoting our challenge today as well. So I'm a huge fan. But in our experience, and Lisa will probably agree, when they're separated, people seem to get a better result. Lisa's been a coach with us for a couple of years now as well. So would you agree, Lisa? I think we found the same with clients. When we separate it, this seems to work better, yeah.
100%. I think when you're new and you don't have the experience, it's too much to do both.
Yeah.
I find once you have more experience, it's good to actually combine them. Like I find that actually saying that you're going to announce the prize draw on a webinar then can also draw more people to your webinar. But I definitely believe when you're new that one at a time isn't more than enough, because it is so overwhelming. I don't think that's how I did it, was the 2-in-1. I don't think I slept for like that week.
None of you should be sleeping in the launch process. You don't need sleep. You sleep after your launch. Legit. Like, that's how serious the launch is. You've got to create momentum. So, Lisa, we are so on the same page, and thank you for that. Because the second part of the answer to that question, Nick, is what Lisa said is I personally love to do. Because if I go, hey, I'm doing this webinar, at the end of it, I'm going to announce the draw, then I get people showing up. So also understanding your intention. So, for example, you guys in the business coaching program, which is most of you guys, even Jess and you guys are invited. Next week, we're doing the first ever monthly group call for all clients. So all 3 group programs, all of your one-on-one clients, all of your coaches are invited next Thursday at 8 a.m. We're doing our first ever monthly group call for all of us. All right. And in that, I'm going to give all of you access to the first ever quantum business coaching portal, which I've been working hard on. All right. And so that's going to get you guys there. So I love having that to get people there. But your intention right now for the webinar prize draw for the launch is leads. So actually, it doesn't matter how many people show up or not. It matters how many people register. So it also depends on what is your intention. Now, when you start selling in webinars and you're selling, then your show rate does matter, because you want to sell more because you have more people on. So in the beginning, when you're doing the pitch free in the beginning, it's about the leads, and then it becomes about the show rate. So it's also just understanding that. Yeah. Nick, you're pretty switched on. You've been doing it for a while, so there's nothing wrong. We're doing those, together as well. So any other questions? Does that answer your question? I think you got a life story there.
Yeah, no, all good. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Why do I feel like Julie Thompson wants to ask me a question?
Yes, my question is around, once you get people on the calls, say the complaint is that they don't have enough money, they really want to do it, which is what I've been hearing a bit with people coming to me. What do you say to that?
What's your payment plan?
I have a payment plan. Well, even the payment plan is not doable for them. So I do present that.
Yeah. But how much is it? How much is the payment plan?
Oh, it's a $3,000 program, and it's like $600 times 6 or something like that.
But the program's $3,000. How long does it go for? 12 weeks?
8 weeks.
3,000 divided by 8 is $375 a week. So whenever you sell your core offer, whatever that is, on your call, you always have an A or B option. The A option is up front. The B is a payment plan. The payment plan could be financing, could be direct debit, which I prefer. But you want to have that option to make it easy to get people in, increase your conversion rate. Now, whenever you sell something on a lower rate, or the perception of a lower rate, you always use the lowest number. The lowest number there is $375 a week. So your payment plan should be $375 a week. So 2 things. Number 1 is you will have a drop sell. So ideally, like in this program, you'll have group programs. So if your one-on-one program is $375 a week, you might have a group program which is half that price. So a lot of people ask me, how much should I charge for group coaching, a group program? I say half the one-on-one. Because I say, Aldwin, you give me the money objection at $375. Your program should be $375 a week, Aldwin. Should be direct debit $375 a week on GoCardless, right? That's what yours should be. I'll say, look, I'll tell you what, I'll give it to you for $299. Oh, I can't afford it. I'll tell you what if I cut that in half, all right, and make it $149 per week or $199 per week, or plug into the group program. You still get everything I just showed you. Instead of half an hour with me a week, you actually get an hour. Would that be easy for you? A lot of you guys have seen our business coaching pitch deck. It's $4.99 a week to work with me, $2.99 a week to work with a coach, or $149 a week for the group. It's half, pretty much 50-50-50. That would be my suggestion on one. Does that help?
Yeah, thank you.
Julie Thompson. We cannot hear you for some reason. Nope, still can't hear you. You're on mute now.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Well, it's echoing now. Yeah. What's your
Yeah,
question?
so I was just wanting to say to everybody, just trust the process, because when I first started doing this, like the first registration numbers I was getting, like my very first webinar I did was like 30 leads and then 65 registrations, and then it got to 80, then we were passing that 100 mark. And like last week, we generated 330 leads, running 2 campaigns. One was a prize draw, one was a webinar. So just trust the process, trust the journey. Like the first time you do it, like Jason was saying, you probably don't have the audience, but once you start showing up and doing it on a regular basis, you get better at it. Your content material gets better, your leads get better, the quality of your leads get better, you get more recognition. So just recognize where you're at that starting point and just trust that process. So that's all I really wanted to share on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And you know, the 2 secret sources online are number 1, urgency, and number 2, consistency. Urgency is the quantity, consistency is the quality. You've got to be consistent. It's a daily 6-month process just to lay the foundation. You know, for who's heard of Alex Hormozi? You guys heard of Alex Hormozi? He did daily content for 3 years before anything happened. He's built his business to 160 million a year. It's probably more now, right? I think it's 180 million a year, right? In a couple of years, because he was consistent. He was doing, 2-3 podcasts every day for 3 years. Was doing daily content, 3 years, almost nothing. And now look what the dude's doing. If you haven't heard of him, Google him. The dude's a beast, like just an absolute beast. Awesome, Julie. And so the key is to be consistent, and you've got to pay attention to the little details, the finer details. That's the most important thing. So one more question? Anyone have one last question before we wrap it up? Was that useful, by the way? Was that helpful, guys? Yeah, awesome. One last question. Elena, you have a question? No? You're thinking about asking it. No other questions? Cool. All good. What was Alex's name? Alex Hormozi. Now, talk about Alex Hormozi just did a launch for his new book, 400,000 people for his launch. Talk about launches, his 100 million leads book. I followed that closely, that launch process. His launch was just ridiculous. He spent 7 figures on that launch process. So, most of you guys don't have 7 figures to spend on launch, right? Again, this is a simple, fundamental, foundational, organic launch for people that don't have a lot of money, that are just starting out, that don't have a big network. That's what it's there for. Now, here is a bonus strategy. If you do have just 2 clients, right? Aldwin's my client, Lisa's my client. I say, Aldwin, how would you like to triple your chance of winning? Tell you what, if you just click the invite button on the Facebook event, invite all your Facebook friends, I'll give you 2 extra tickets. Aldwin has 1,000 friends, Lisa has 1,000 friends, 2,000 people invited to my Facebook event. How can you think about those strategies? Well, I always ask myself, what have I not thought of? What have I not thought of? So, guys, hopefully that was useful. Hopefully that was helpful. It will be uploaded to YouTube. It will be put into the portal. For those in the business coaching program, so Elena and John and Nick and all you guys, a lot of you guys are about to go through this process. At least you have the outline now. Your coach will do this with you each step of the way. So, and we'll do that together. So any questions, let me know. If you registered for this, I'll email you the plan and all that stuff as well. Business coaches, this will be the formal training and the formal outline that we'll use. And this will also be the video as well. This video will be uploaded to YouTube as well today. So thanks, guys. Have a great day. I'll see everyone soon. Thank you.